see it pop. They're ours. Now, if you look here, the wind is blowing hard up against this bank. And, you know, the old term is pushing the bait. It's blowing the bait up against the bank. What it's doing is it's blowing all that plankton, all the stuff that they eat up against the bank, and the bait's going to go that way. So it doesn't really blow the actual bait, it blows their food. But it's a really great place to get started when you're looking for bait. It could be an advantage to have breezy days like this where it kind of corrals the bait up in one corner. That's where we found the bait. All the bait that we've been able to net has been blown up against this bank right here. Also, it's a lot shallower, so it's a lot easier to net when it's only 8, 9, 10 feet of water versus 30, 35 feet of water. Good place to start. Go to the wind-blown banks, you know. Let her in, buddy. Turn the camera. Beautiful throw, man. How is that not cold and floating up? In the middle of all the talking. There you go.
That's all we need.
Woo!
Back to business, baby.
Let's
get on the water, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, what method did you use there?
That was the stripe pursuit method, man.
That's right, Sean McNew, stripe pursuit method on a 10-foot, 1.8 pounds per foot. That's a heavy net. I can't throw a stripe pursuit method this big, but
you gotta have the one arm.
that's right. You gotta have the one arm.
All right, I'm gonna take care of this fish.
One arm bandit. Nice work, brother. How you doing? You need some? You need some bait? Yeah. There you go, push off. No, don't take that. Catch them all. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All bunker. Look at all that bait. Okay, look over on this screen, you'll see those are striped bass. That haze right there is bait, that's all stripers. Coming up. Lots of bait, lots of goodies. Oh yeah, lots of bait. It's good enough for us. Stand by! We're coming up on the hump. We're going to dump the anchor right on that hump. Good mark. Let her go! Okay, now we're in reverse. You can see those fish on the drop off. Again, you can see the transition really nice on this chart. Now we have the stern of the boat right over our drop off, and Mike's gonna get ready to drop. Right, he's gonna knock those fish right on a melon. Ready? You can see all the 100. Okay, look at that. All right, Mike, right to the bottom, buddy. Look at this. All that bait, all the fish. All right, Tommy, pull some in. And that's going to be tricky with all the wind, but. Fish under the boat. Bring it around to this cleat if you want. If you want to use the other cleat, you can, Mike. All right, hold on. We're right in a transition. We got it where we want it. We're going to shut the machines down. No sense in having all kinds of sonar pings going into the water and a lot of electricity and stuff. We already marked the fish we need to mark, right? It's time to catch them. Got it tight there, Tommy? Yeah, we're good. Like, put some, that plug should be all the way out. See this? No. Flat. See the way it's hanging? That's no good. It's too good. Good dog.
Good job, buddy.
Well, my son taking a break from school, back from his first year at ECU, and he's up here on a live bunker. And we just marked a bunch of fish in here and decided to throw some out, drift some liveys, and Big Mike threw the net on a bunch. There's a nice big bass coming up right now. Back the drag off a little bit. Nice fish. Back it off just a click, just a click. There you go. Nice. Good fish. Tighten the drag just another little. There you go. Just crank down to your fish, crank down to them, and bring them right to Tommy. Just give it a second. Keep the rod bent for a while because that fish is green. Man, he just swallowed. We marked him like nuts. So bring the head right to Mike. Yeah, bring him to him. Good fish.
Good job, brother.
Welcome back from school, buddy. You've been working hard.
Good to be back.
We're just drifting a hump out here. We just saw a hump in the middle of this big flat area and marked fish around it, and we didn't see any concentrated. So instead of anchored, instead drift some lines.
It's a tagged one.
It is tagged, and the blood is just from the mouth. It was not gut hooked. It's a circle hook. So we're going to record this. We're going to take a picture of this, and we're going to measure this fish. All right, we're anchored up here. We're chunking. We're chumming. And we're going to put a couple live baits out, and there's a couple ways you can do that. We're going to use a single hook rig. In the past, we've used a 2-hook rig, just 2 J hooks, J hook, treble hook combo, 2 treble hooks, whatever. But we're being a little more careful to not, get these fish hooked in the throat and down the stomach. So we're going to 1 circle hook now. This is about a 7/0 circle hook. It's a regular Gamakatsu, and we just have a regular leader here, just about a 4-foot leader. This is 30 pound on 30 pound. We have a little bead there, just if we want to add a weight, sliding weight on top of that, we can. But we're going to go with no weight for right now. Eric, want to bring me that bunker, please? Mike netted a bunch of nice baits earlier. So since we're going with 1 hook here and we're anchored up, we're going to hook this bait on the belly right here by this anal fin. If we go too far up here, we're going to get him in the guts. He'll bleed to death and die quicker. If we get him here, see that's the anus right there. If we get him behind this, they'll live a very long time out there. Now if you get him here, no scale on the hook, if you get him here as he pulls away and puts tension, he'll want to swim down. You see that? If we hook him here as he pulls away, he's going to want to swim to the surface. So we want him to swim down without any weight at all for a very natural presentation. So we're going to pitch him out, and we have lines casted out right now on the bottom, so we don't want him swimming around the boat and fouling all those up. So look at this in the water. Just look at the power of that fish. I mean, these are really nice, strong fish. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch him just past our down lines here, not very far. Just past the arch in the scope of our line. Now immediately I'm putting tension. If you look here, I'm reeling in a little bit. And I have to keep tension so I keep them aimed away from us. Keep a low rod tip, and I just let about 1 inch out at a time. If you look here at the reel, I'm just letting out a little bit at a time, almost nothing. I'm letting him take it. If he doesn't take it, I pull some in. But if you slack it up at this point, you're going to be in trouble. He's going to come right back to these other lines. Now it's a circle hook. There's only 1 of them, so we're not just going to pick it up and yank when we see the rod bounce. Basically, we're going to let it. We're looking for big fish here. So 5-10 pounder picks up and drops it. It's not the end of the world. That's not what we're looking for here. So we're going to pick it up, let the rod go. When the rod loads up, we'll let the fish take the rod down. When he loads it up, we're just going to bring the rod up nice and easy, let that circle hook do its thing. If you're wondering what a Neanderthal eats, to continue looking like a Neanderthal. Oh yeah, there's a fish there. Crank, Tommy, just crank. Oh wait, stop. Man, I'm trying to show the Neanderthal diet.
Got some bacon on that bad boy.
He brings 2 half-pound cheeseburgers with bacon on it.
Yep.
Fish on behind, crank. Fish on behind, crank.
Yeah, he's on. He's on, Tommy. He's on. I hear you.
That was a ripper right there, man. It was the bacon cheeseburger that did it.
Drop the cheeseburger.
Where are you? He's out there too. Yeah, he's way out there. Got a net there, Mike?
That a boy.
We got some craziness around here. Good fish, man. Somebody get a towel and mop his brow. Mop his brow. Feed him a sandwich. good right where he is.
I'm gonna take my sandwich.
He wants another bite. Someone feed him a bite, quick, before he's getting peaked. Quick, give him a bite. Get him a bite. There we go. All right, now he's back on it. Now he's back on it. One thing we all get guilty of is cranking a fish to the boat too quick. And then when you have a big, nasty, fast fish to deal with, and anchor lines and 50 other lines, so try to chill a little bit. Let him.
You don't want to come back in.
Yeah, let him use his energy away from the boat on a nice long line. Fight your fish on a long line. These are the medium actions, or I'm sorry, the medium power. These are all slow actions. Just enough backbone still in that medium to keep that fish away from the boat. You go light on these. I like mediums because they're very light. Striper Stealth, medium action. Striper Stealth, medium power, I'm sorry. Medium power, really good for these cut bait situations. Tommy's got a good fish here.
I was gonna say, this is a good fish,
Yeah.
man. I'm like, I got it with one hand. No, I'm not so sure.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Oh my goodness. You got drop that sandwich, Mike. Mike, throw the sandwich on the deck.
I got you, relax.
He was going for another bite. He wasn't just holding it. He was going for another bite. Wow, he was going for another bite. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You couldn't resist. I mean, I can't hold food for so long.
You
Wow, that's a fatty, bro.
get a photo of it too.
Yeah, that's a fat fish. That's a really good looking fish. Good job, brother.
It's old school right there, brothers.
Crumbs in the beer. She might get some. Yeah, that's the one that's wrapped up. The sandwich was smelling good. A hamburger, fresh bacon on it.
Yes.
Nice. Take your time. Good job, brother. Woo!
Good fish, man.
Good job. Let's get another fish.
Good fish, man. Good fish. That calls for another bite of sandwich.
They do, but this is cool because these were just built in. You know what I mean, in the bibs. All right, so we'll put a couple on that back corner. The back corner's hot. It's in here, you can grab it. It's the big Team Old School one. Or the... Alright. Oh, Mike, I meant to tell you. When I was re-rigging these rods at the house, there was like 6 hooks that all still had the heart on them.
Really?
Uh-huh. And even though they were a couple weeks, or a week old, and all dried and crusty,
Right.
Dude, when I pinched them to get them off, it was the worst smell. My hands stunk like you wouldn't believe. Put them back right in that back seam corner. That was on the deep edge, that fish. Right there. Okay, we got another one needs to go out, or what we got? I just want to get one. That line's wrapped. You unwrap that? I definitely want to get one in that same spot, you know.
Okay. Which one was that? Close another bite of sandwich.
You earned it. Excuse me. Long leader. Long leader. Oh yeah. Good sized fish sitting in here. freshie? Those are the ones I just took off. What'd you just throw in there? Old piece. We'll chum those out. So we don't want to throw any big pieces back. We'll chum them.
Enough.
Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Ah, good stuff. The idea with this chum is when these fish swim around here in these big groups, we want them to see our pieces and stop and pick them up. Right. Nice blanket of chum. Blanket. We don't want little mulchy pieces that drift away with the current, and we don't want giant pieces, these little peanut M&M size or fish on, go get it, Mike, go get it. Crank, look, quick, man. Crank.
I'm on it.
Yeah, go up there, Mike. That might be the biggest fish. Come up, Mike.
Here, I got the net for this fish.
I think he's not on there anymore.
Yeah, I'm telling you, crank it. Listen to me, Daniel-san. Daniel-san! Always listen to me.
Wait for the rope.
You're fine. He's got it perfect. If he just chills like that, we're good.
Do the action on that rod, though.
Don't pull the line into the boat. Don't let the line. You're right. Those mediums, man, are bad. They are bad rods.
I'd say these are nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a nice hard drag too.
Mm-hmm. This guy, he don't want to give up.
He didn't know he was hooked until right.
No.
Now he wants to fight. But that's why we leave a lot of scope on that front anchor line. You can see how far out it is.
Yeah.
It's no problem now because obviously the fish can swim right under it. Good fish.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You bring him to John Boy.
Oh, here, let me get it.
Think about your sandwich. There you go, Johnny. Good job. Good job, Mike.
Good job, Johnny. Hey, look at that, huh? We got another one.
It's a fat fish. I believe that these are young. I believe these are young females by their body shape. Of course, I'm not 100% on that, but if I were to guess, I would say these are young females. You can push down till you feel the arch of the hook. Like go by feel, not by look. And you'll feel the arch of the hook. I can't get it, buddy. I'll switch. Okay. When it's like this, it's like you're going by feel, not by look.
Right.
So you've got the hook already. So can you see where I got the hook? See, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push all the way down. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna push down and out. So I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna do a little twist and out. But I gotta have the arch of the hook. So the trick is to do it without. See how it turns it around a little bit?
That was amazing.
Yeah. But you gotta kind of commit to it, down and out.
Yeah.
We know this. If it goes in the cooler, it's dead, right?
Right.
We know what's gonna happen if it goes in the cooler.
Correct.
If we release the fish, it may die too. But I know for a fact it's got a better chance in the bay than it does in the Yeti.
Yes, sir.
But I believe that's a female. I think it's a young female. Nice belly. Swims away. Good fight. Good job, brother.
Thank you.
Nice job. All right, I'm gonna take a minute and show you how our Livewell works here on our 248. Down over here on our Livewell switch 1. I have it in the down position right now. And from the factory, it'll come with a timer in the down position. Down position is recirculating. I had them take the timer out. I want it all the time. So down position is recirculating, and you can see that's what it's doing right now. Now you see all those bubbles come up. That's just because I added a Venturi valve. The recirculating is really good. Works really well. Perfect when you want to lock up your well, chill your water down with ice, or add salt. You don't want fresh water to screw up your mixture. I added a Venturi valve to add oxygen. That's what you're seeing there with all those nice bubbles. Now you want to switch to pumping in fresh water. I know it's a little tough to see because of the bubbles, so I'm going to turn it off. What I'm going to do is put this in the center position so it turns off all the pumps. And now you can see that blue valve right there. So that's where the recirculating is. I'm going to go ahead and leave that open. It's okay, it doesn't hurt anything. Now the white valve there, that's your fresh water. It's open right now. So to go from recirculating the fresh water, you push your switch up. Now that's pumping in water from outside. So all fresh water is coming in right now. You can see the water's already running out of the standpipe. You can see we got some nice big menhaden down there. And they've been in here for I don't know how many hours, Mike, 4 hours, something like that. And we've had it packed. There's some in this corner here. And these round wells do a really nice job when you're overloading them like this. As long as you keep them running, you can see the scales going out. It's a great option when the water's cold. Just leave it on fresh water. Pump in when the water's nice and cold. When it gets warm, you want to switch to recirculating and ice your baits down. Especially in fresh water, you can add some salt. But you can just see how wickedly agile these baits are. I mean, they could even in this, when they're all cornered up, they could be hard to get. Go ahead and grab one, Mike. Mike has a hand and a bunch of bananas. This is what a human man's hand looks like, and this is what a Neanderthal's hand looks like.
There's no fish there, sir.
Good job, bro. Yep, so that's it. We like the well. I think it's a great design for 2019 and up. Make sure you ask if you want that double system live reels. Your bait's frisky. Nice job,
baby.
Bro.
Nice job.
Another home run.
Crab. Good on you, John.